It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against the Nets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. D-Wade out there with Freak, and it's Winslow in at the small forward. And slammed in by Whiteside.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Philadelphia.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Now here's Freak after Markieff Morris's miss. Bosh kicks to Wade. 5 on the clock. Here's Freak. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Freak's got his first 2 points. And making connections is always good in any business, and the NBA is no different. From what I've heard, Clark, Freak has done a good job of reaching out to his peers all over the NBA.
I think that's an example of Freak just having a good head on his shoulders and knowing that taking the time to get to know others in the business has its benefits.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And Morris drops them both. Here's Freak. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Wade kicks to Bosh. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosh heads the pick for Wade. And it's Bosh at the elbow. Good D by Jordan.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Morris, left side. Again, the miss by Morris.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And that one's good.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Wall dishes to Morris. Wade against Beal. Stays with it and hits the off-balance shot.
I'll tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the middle, here's Freak.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And so he hits both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Washington trailing. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. Jumps up, slips down the breakaway slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Washington with the ball after the Heat pick up 2. Morris, no good. And again, Miami running the court in transition. And it's Wade, that time on the assist by Freak.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Freak. Here's Whiteside, an easy 2 points on the layup. Whiteside's got his second basket of the game.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances. very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Freak kicks to Bosch. Now the pass to Wade. Whiteside, a screen on Beal. Wade dishes to Bosch. Beal against Wade. It's Beal on the wing. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia. To the paint. The kick out to Wall. Pocket 6. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Dishes it to Freak. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls!
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. This last month, he's been spectacular. 2nd in field goal percentage, 6th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger, with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
And that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Well, Heat leading by 6. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Randy Whitman. Doris, what do you have to say?
He had a lot of praise to extend Joe Johnson's way, and with each compliment, it presented a concern for his defense. He knows Joe is one of the most explosive scorers in the league and can hurt you in a lot of different ways on the floor. We'll see if he can hurt them in this one, guys.
Thanks, Doris. So it's Washington now after Joe Johnson's score. Here's Bowman. And not sure what he was thinking there. He'd have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Wash kicks to Johnson. Shot from 12. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Sessions passes to Nene. Here's Bowman. Bosch grabs the miss. And here's Miami. It's a 10-point game. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls!
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said...
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still, to this day, thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
Boy, have they come out strong. Just some tremendous offense.
Guys fully in control and stroking it well.
We've got Oubre. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Nene. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Bowman in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Great shooters, boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. Freak, number 1. DeAndre Jordan is 2nd.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
And he makes the first. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Goran Dragic. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Wizards trail by 13. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Morris a screen. Sessions dishes to Morris.
Good. Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in it.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Sessions. Freak kicks to Whiteside. Cannot hit. And Washington the other way now. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Wall. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the paint, here's Johnson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Ladies and gentlemen, Verizon Center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
And let's get this update now from across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And thank you, Doris. Whiteside a screen. Freak passes to Wade. Whiteside a screen on Sessions. And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Whiteside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. 6 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Wall, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so John Wall nails both of them. The Heat leading by 13. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Whiteside a screen. In the corner, Winslow with it. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Washington.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Sessions dishes to Morris. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
The Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Wade on the wing. In the corner, it's Freak. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Morris a screen. Oubre kicks to Wall. A baseline J. The shot will not go. Nice D from Freak. Miami leading by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Move the ball. It's sticking to
1:56 left in the first half. Pass to Winslow. Outside Hill. And another basket for Miami.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And here's Wall outside. Again, the miss by Wall. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And here we go. Rejected by Wall. Oubre passes to Wall. To the inside. Out to Sessions. And again, Washington, no good. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Morris with the rebound. Wizards trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Solid.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group in for the... And so a pretty lopsided...
Well, I'm with Eric.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Freak is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot.
Hey, body up, John.
Poked loose.
John.
Beal against Wade. The 3 ball. And Winslow pulls it down.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass
Move the ball.
has given them the
Stick it too
advantage,
much.
but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets put on a show. He picked up 12 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He led the charge in what was another win from a team that is really firing on all cylinders. They hope to keep it going, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Beal, that's for 2. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The dish to Whiteside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
To stop the run, that's good. 6 points for Wall.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You got it.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Right side a screen. Freak kicks to Winslow.
Wait.
A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Here's Oubre. No luck. And Miami the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
From the baseline. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's now 7 points here for Beal. The Heat leading by 22.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Bosch, the screen. Here's Wade. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Wade's got 6 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
How last month turned
Get
out for
into
him.
them on the
He's
perimeter.
putting up 9 points
Post.
a game.
Rotate over
and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Chris Kamen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nene comes in for Markieff Morris. And Sessions subbed in for Oubre.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Sessions against Dragic. The feed now to Johnson. To the middle. Here's Bosh. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 8 points for Chris Bosh.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Feeds it to Beal from outside the arc, and the basket good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
You got it.
Dragic dishes to Johnson. Passes it to Freak. A minute 42 left in the third. And he gets it to go. And 11 points for Johnson.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Kamen's shot is good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:16 left in the third quarter.
Johnson on threes.
Johnson up top, guarded by Nene. Johnson against Nene. Johnson, the pass to Freak. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebound, Washington.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
Substitution for Wizards. Bauman.
Heat on D. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Sessions against Dragic. Here's Bowman. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it to Beal. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And here's Dragic. Shoots off the screen. No luck.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. John Wall's checked in for Washington. And then for Miami, Chris Bosh is checked in for Dan. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. Nene is out there with Jordan. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Wall. And it's Bowman in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Whiteside sets the pick for Freak. Oh!
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Outside, Wall. The dish to Nene. And it's Freak with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Wade. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
That's good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak with it.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
He feeds it to Bosch.
Hey, wait.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
Get the ball inside.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
That's his first personal foul at the line for the Wizards.
The first one falls. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Chris Kamen's checked in for Jordan. Morris comes in for Nene. Oubre's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Jackson in for John Wall. And then for Miami, Johnson, he's checked in for Bosch. Hill comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Tony Snell subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Kaman. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Freak kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Winslow. Pick up by Hill. On the wing, Johnson lets it go from 11, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the...
Chris.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Freak. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoy.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For Miami, they have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game that have a better career.
Number 20, starting at small.
2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline.
All right, ready to go?
We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. A season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Jay Crowder, Mickey out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Thomas, and it's Barnett in at the 2 spot. And so it's Boston with it, following the miss by Freak. Now, here's Thomas. Clock at 6. Here's Mickey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mickey's got the first points of the night for the Celtics.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Against a lesser team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough. But play that way against a good team, and you end up with an ugly result that they had.
Whiteside kicks to Winslow. Here's Wade. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Thomas with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And equally... quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. A nice shot by Winslow.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Barnett, no good.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Wade has the open look. Drops in the tray. Wade's got 5 points so far.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for an easy, fast break basket.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
And the dunk by Winslow.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
Pass to Mickey. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Freak kicks to Wade. Stolen. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Thomas is running. Kicks to Olynyk. All sorts of time. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Freak with it. Now Thomas defending. Freak kicks to Whiteside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
There's a screen. And there's the pass to Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Boston. 5 to shoot. The feed to Crowder. From deep. Good! Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Wade passes to Freak. He kicks it to Whiteside. Winslow dishes to Freak. Misses the wing J.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Wade against Thomas. To the wing right side. Olynyk. And the 3 off target. Miami leading by 8. No good from Wade.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wade's got 7 points.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they're getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Barnett. Nice touch on the bank shot.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
And here's Freak. 14 points from him the last game against Washington.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
It could go. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision. I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston is stockpiling.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his 2nd season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Freak in at shooting guard. Chris Bosh is out there with Johnson. Then it's Dang, and it's Dragic into the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards really lit it up from the floor. He dropped 14 points and rounded out a solid overall game, playing lockdown defense and finding open teammates. Just another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hit spot. No doubt about it.
And Sullinger missing. The Heat leading by 9. Here's Freak. He has 6. Outside down. Johnson, a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers!
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And the shot is good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Okay, Lions, now coming on the court are your Heat Dancers. Let me hear ya!
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Second in three-point field goal percentage, third in shooting percentage, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And back to your point, I mean, a lot of his effectiveness has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone.
Passes it to Bosch. He feeds it to Freak, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
A little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
They set the pick. And Turner kicks to Crowder. Pass to Sullinger. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the line for him here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Turner passes to Crowder. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Bosch kicks to Freak. There's the dish to Johnson. The baseline J. And it's Miami with another.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Sullinger dishes to Turner. Feeds it to Crowder. Off target with his 3.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Smart passes to Turner. 9 feet out, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big... Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And Thomas has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Move the ball. It's sticking
Freak
too much.
kicks to Whiteside, and he gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Winslow's checked in for Dan. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Celtics, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Barnett comes in for Turner. And it's Martinez in for Bradley. Olynyk can't hit.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Freak dishes to Wade. Whiteside a screen. 6 to shoot. Wade passes to Whiteside. That's good. Whiteside's got 6.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Barnett, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
I don't really think I've seen much to exploit. Really, it's just been about all keeping the ball moving and letting my teammates make the plays I know they can make. I'm sort of lucked into a lot of assists that way.
Your decisions have been on point to this point. Kevin, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in... Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a net with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending.
Got it.
Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. We've got Mickey. Thomas is out there with Barnett. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. And it's blocked by Whiteside. They get it back. Count the bucket. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Thomas.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Now Freak. 10 points for him. Wash kicks to Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Winslow's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Fighting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Give it up for yours.
Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Freak number 1. In the third spot, Chris Bosh.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Bosh, the screen. Bosh, that's the pick for Freak. Inside, got a piece of it. Olynyk with the steal. Now here's Thomas. Not a lot of room. Olynyk dishes to Thomas. Pass to Mickey. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. And again, it's Boston converting. Here's Freak. 10 points for him.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Wade outside. Dishes to Whiteside. Bosh, the screen. Now here's Winslow. 6 points for him. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw. The Heat leading by 8. Pick up by Hill. Freak kicks to Bosh. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Bosh has got his second basket of the night. And as we end the third quarter, a double.
Give it up for your Heat.
And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Miami now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak, he's in at point guard. Dang out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Bosh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Faded away to create the space. Bosh has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Miami. Thomas with the ball. They set the pick. To the paint. It's stolen by Dang. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Barnett passes to Olynyk. Here's Thomas. And it's Miami with the rebound. Freak's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the basket by Hill.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Outside Thomas. Olynyk sets a screen for Thomas. Buries it from three-point range.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Freak dishes to Bosh.
Stick it to Bosh.
Gets an open look and hits. Bosh has got 4 points this quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Celtics trail by 13. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside Thomas. The pass to Barnett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Thomas. Uncovered. And another basket for Boston.
Assist from
Here's Freak.
Barnett.
Bosh, the screen. On the wing, Dang. Down low. Chris Bosh again. And the Heat lead by 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Knocked away. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Freak. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The Heat leading by 13. Bosh sets the pick for Freak, and it's Bosh at the elbow. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Bosh has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
We're playing too much on the perimeter.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Dang. Winslow comes in for Solomon Hill. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Tony Snell. Bosh sets the pick for Wade. Bosh up on top. Now here's Winslow, defended by Crowder. Winslow kicks to Freak. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Wade penetrating. Offensive rebound. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Freak. 8 rebounds, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Here's Bradley, and it's Wade with the rebound. Miami leading by 16.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak kicks to Whiteside. There's the pick. There's Winslow. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Olynyk sets a screen for Thomas. Right wing. They need this. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas. And the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Heat.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Joe, congrats.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Freak. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, what a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances. They've been a fun team to watch over the first half of the season. And tip-off approaching, but in the meantime, let's discuss post play. Shaq, you were a dominant post scorer. Duh. Who do you think are the top post scorers in the NBA right now?
Well, one, DeMarcus Cousins, 25-13, can go inside and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
How you doing?
What's up, man? About to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Yeah, you better hope so. That's the only chance you got.
I'm going to remember that, freak. It's on.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. You look at Miami. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Freak, he's in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's McRoberts in at the center position. And so it's Houston with it. The Heat getting the bucket. And here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. Jones has got his second basket. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Atlanta.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Beverly with the ball. Howard up on top. He's covered by Bosh. Howard kicks to Beverly. Harden against Wade. It's Harden with the drive. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Freak. Goes up.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And it's Beverly missing. For Miami, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Freak dishes to Winslow. Wade passes to Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Bosh has got 5 now.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Pass to Howard. Houston moving the ball around. Jones sets the pick for Beverly. 5 on the clock. Back to Howard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off. He doesn't get the second one. Reza. And finally they hit one.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
Freak kicks to Bosh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bosh has got 7.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Beverly. Screen by Jones. And Beverly kicks to Harden to the inside. The offensive rebound. Howard can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bosch, a screen on Beverly. Now here's Freak, defended by Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Passes to Jones. The putback, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Kev, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again.
Now here's Winslow. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Shot's good. Freak's got his second bucket of the night. Rockets trail by 5. 1:26 left here in the first quarter. Fires for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least one win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
Shot clock at 3. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Now here's Howard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
That mid-range shot has been a weapon.
Rockets trail by 13. Harden out there with Brooks. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And that one's good. Brooks.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Heat shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He finished with 22 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. A performance like this is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. Will we get another one tonight, guys?
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself. Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Harden outside. And another 3 for Houston.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out. But it looks like they're putting it together right now. 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
A nice shot by Booker.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Dragic dishes to McRoberts. And it's Johnson penetrating. And that one's good. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And that one's good. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Brooks against Dragic. Back to Johnson. Dragic with a screen for Johnson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And how about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Fourth, James Harden.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
And that's exactly what they do, overwhelm you. This is an aggressive attacking group. Each one of these guys is a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Shoots from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Heat leading by 11. Here's Freak. He had 22 points in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. Third in scoring, third in points off turnovers. And they're a top 10 team in three-point.
And going back to their scoring average, I think it really gives them confidence. They go into every game knowing that they're going to get buckets. And a few key stops here or there, and most nights, that's all it takes.
Oh,
goodness.
Woo. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Bosh, the screen. Wade drives in. Fires from the line. Bosh can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Ariza with it. He's picked up by Hill. The leader. Ariza no luck.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
Get the ball inside.
Freak kicks to Bosh. Wade outside. Back to Bosh. And that one is stuffed right through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now, Freak. He's got 6. Inside. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Those are good numbers for any team.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
You got it. Let's get the
You know,
ball
Bosh
inside.
is playing really well. He has 18 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak in at point guard. Josh McRoberts out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Winslow, and it's Wade in at the 2.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Bosh, a screen on Harden. Here's Freak. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Freak's got 8 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Oh! And that one is hammered home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. The Heat in second.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
There's a good screen. He kicks it to Wade.
Sticking too much.
Just his first attempt. And it's good off the back rim and in. Winslow's got his first basket of the night.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Timeout.
And how about the numbers here for Beverly? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Deng's checked in. Harden the pass to Beverly. Ariza outside. Howard setting the pick for Ariza. The dish to Capella. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Houston.
First one falls for him. Houston making some changes. Trevor Booker
for 2.
58 seconds left in the third.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Right side Hill. From 11 feet away. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Here's McDaniels looking for his first basket still in this one. Another miss by Houston.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Dragic dishes to Freak. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's McDaniels. Screen by Howard. Harden inside the 3-point line. Can't make good off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's find out the news on Patrick Beverly. Doris, what's the update?
Hi, guys. Head athletic trainer for the Rockets provided some information for us. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. Brewer is out there with Harden. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Screen by Howard. Harden outside. Off target from outside. The Heat leading by 15. To the inside. Here's Wade. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Harden with a screen on Wade. And Brewer kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Clock at 6. Ariza goes in. Here's Jones. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now, here's Brewer. Ariza has the open look. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
You got it.
And here's Freak. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. They set the screen. The wide open look here for Bosch. Can't hit. And it's Houston the other way.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Jones sets the pick for Brewer. Here's Ariza. Good on the triple.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Hill.
You got it. Let's get the ball
Freak
inside.
kicks to Winslow, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. Jones with the screen on Wade. Harden. Miami grabs the miss. Bosch has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Wade with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And it's Freak missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Harden. From past the arc. Howard, the pass to Jones. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 15 points for Terrence Jones.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
You got it.
And McRoberts kicks to Wade. To the inside. And it's Freak missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside, Jones. Screen by Jones. Ariza kicks to Howard. He feeds it to Brewer. Back to Howard. Jones dishes to Harden. And the shot is good. Harden's got 15 points here in the second half.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak with it.
Move the ball. Stick it to right.
The shot no good. Excellent D from Howard. Rockets trail by 10. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. It's Harden with the drive. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
There's a good screen. Freak kicks to Bosch. At the elbow, it's Freak. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. Guys, I know we've been battling. You may feel a little bit gassed, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Out to Wade. Feeds to Freak. Baseline try. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Heat.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost him, but Clark, they really kept the ball under control.
I thought they were both focused and relentless, Kevin.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
The 3 from Bosch. It's rebounded by Houston. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Here's Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. Now, Freak. That's good.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Way to play, boy. Way to play. Hey.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a... And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille...